Guys and girls, welcome back to Watch the Time. Thanks for tuning back in. I'm really pleased you came back to see me. So today I'm featuring a Phoibos, and it's still on wrist. That's a very good sign. I don't know how this arrived. It was sent to me for review, and I was very surprised. It's one that I was aware of for a while. A few different color variations to choose from. This and the blue in particular were ones that I like the look of. So when this one arrived, I was very pleased to be able to get it on wrist. It's had an awful lot of wrist time, so I'm sure at this point I'm able to give you quite a concise review of the things that I like and I'm not so keen on, also known as Pants and Pukka. Phoibos, I'm sure, is a brand that you've been aware of for a little while. They really made a name for themselves with the subby homages back in the day with the Miyota 9015 movement inside. High beat movement, great level of finishing. They were the ones that really made the sort of subby homage more attainable and well finished at the time, from what I can remember, because I know I tried getting one and I wasn't lucky enough. I did get the quartz version, but I would have really wanted the automatic. But I go on too much, so we're all going to be covering this watch, all the good and bad, not too many bad actually. And as I say, I will leave a link in the description. Please feel free to use it. But I guess it's about that time to get the camera turned around and get on with it. Hi guys and girls, so this is the watch. The first time I've had this packaging actually on a Phoibos. Nicer packaging, I would say, nice travel case, which is something that a lot of brands are starting to do now. Sort of leatherette sort of material. Phoibos, obviously in blue on the top. Nice zip, just to undo it, and there we go. You've got details of the stuff. You've got instruction manual inside there, warranty card and stuff. Another warranty bit you fill out, and there you go. Put that to the side. You can see here I took 2 links out for it to fit my wrist. Let me just bring this up for a second. Excuse me guys, it's the gloves, it's a bit slippery, but let me just let you have a look at this. I really like the way this bracelet's finished, and I will discuss that in a bit. I think the bracelet's finished very nice. Put that to the side as well. To the side, don't need to see that. And like you see, you can see it's got a compartment to put a watch in, which you could use. So if you was going away, for instance, you could obviously take this one in here and bring another one that you're wearing, alternate them, and this is all you would need really. So there you go. Nice sort of velvety material, leatherette again around the air. But yeah, it does the business. And there we go. But that's not what you're really interested in. You want to see, just give me a moment guys. Yeah, you want to see the watch, and there she is. Beautiful. The model number for this is the PY043F, also called the Canary Yellow. Obviously you can see why. Really striking piece. There's a few different other color variations that I'll bring up now actually. The blue one in particular was another one that I really did like the look of. Not that they all don't look nice, but other than this, the blue one was the one that I probably would have plumped for, to be honest. I think that looks stunning. But there we go. There's the options. Inside, it's running an automatic Seiko NH34 movement. You can't see anything as it's not an exhibition case back, but I will bring some information up now. This movement now is going to become a bit of a go-to really, because it's an affordable, reliable GMT movement. I know there was the Hangzhou movement going around and stuff, but yeah, 24 joules, 21,600 beats per hour, 40-hour power reserve. And once again, this is running sort of bang on, sort of 5-6 seconds fast. Always my preference. I've got to say that the sort of watches, the movements run fast personally, but that's just a personal thing. But yeah, Seiko NH34 movement, also known as a 4R34 in the Seiko watch. So there you go. What you have with the watch generally. So aside from the crystal and the bezel insert, it's all 316L stainless steel. So you'll see predominantly brushing throughout. I'll let you have a look. So that's the case all brushed. A nice coin edge with little elements there at every hour. Yeah, nice size, nice grip on there as well. You'll see in a moment. The bracelet has got a polished center links, which I really like. The contrast from the polished to the brushed is very good. You've got screw pins keeping it to make it easy to adjust, and obviously you can see there fully milled clasp. You've got 3 levels of micro adjustment, polished chamfered edge again, and Phoibos on top. So there we go. That's the, and like I said, we'll cover a few other things in a moment. The case thickness of the watch is 14.6 millimeters, so quite quite top heavy actually. But there we are. The case diameter, I measured this time from the 8 to the 2. It's coming at 38.9, and when you go from 9 to the 3, including the crown, it's coming at 42.1 millimeters. The lug width on this is 20. That does taper down to 18 and back up to 20 mil at that fully milled clasp. The lug to lug, it isn't too bad to begin with. It comes in at 45 mil, but that does become 49.5 mil given the male end links to the center link. So just bear that in mind. Does downturn a little bit, you'll see, not a great deal, but a little bit, so it does conform to the wrist, which is fine. The thickness hurts more than the male end links, to be honest, but we'll discuss that in a bit more detail in a moment. But that's the proportions, guys. The case back on this is, it seems quite obligatory now with Phoibos. You've got the screwed down case back with the octopus on there with some information deep etched in there, and yeah, all the information we're about to run through. Also, the bezel is really nice actually. It's a 24 click ceramic bi-directional bezel. Sounds a little bit different going backwards to forwards, but it works in operation very, very well. No issues there whatsoever. So yeah, nice bezel, ceramic as I mentioned a moment ago. The crown is situated at the 3 o'clock position, signed with the octopus on there again, screwed down, just helping with that water resistance. So there we go. The bracelet, as I mentioned, is nice. Bit of taper on there, nicely finished, polished and brushed, as is the clasp. It's got the octopus also on the clasp, so no issues with signage on this watch. The crystal covering the dial is sapphire crystal. Maybe could have done with a touch more AR coating, guys. I see a little bit on there because it's got the blue hues coming through, but a little bit more would have probably helped just for that bit, because like you can see, it's playing havoc with the studio lighting at the moment. So yeah, that could have been avoided with a bit more AR coating. The water resistance you'd have made out on the case back is 200 meters, so that'll give you 20 atmospheres of water resistance, and the way will appear in the top right. It's just above 160 grams with 2 links removed. With those 2 links back in, you're probably touching around 175 grams or there and thereabouts. So there you go. But let's have a look at the dial now, guys, in a bit more detail. So you've got a minute track going around here, outer edge. Inside there, you've got applied buttons everywhere. I do like the shape of them. Black outer with white inner for the loom, which we'll talk about in a moment. You've got a button everywhere except for the 6 o'clock position, which is making way for the date location. As the eagle-eyed of you'd also see that it's yellow with black writing, which is fantastic. Color matched with the dial, which is yellow, really nice yellow actually. Phoibos below the button at the 12 with their logo, and above the date window you've got automatic GMT, just highlighting the fact there's a GMT movement inside. I'll bring the loom up now actually, guys, so you can have a look at the loom. Wow. I've had a few Phoibos watches, and in fairness to them, they know how to do loom, and you'll see they're fantastic. The loom's great. Unscrewed the crown, you take it out to the 2nd position. Here's a hacking movement, so it will hack, you'll see. Put it back in, it will start back up again. Nice bit of bounce away once you unscrew it. You take it out to the 1st position. If you scroll towards, you can change the date, and like I said, take it out or hack, and so on and so forth. Put it back in, and when you screw it up, even with these gloves on, there is no problem whatsoever. That is buttery smooth. The hands and indices, like I said a moment ago, they're white with black outer edges, and I just really like that with the black bezel, with the yellow, and yeah, I think it really, really works. I think it's a beautiful colorway, and like I said, probably one of 2 that I would have purchased. But yeah, that's the dial, guys. That's everything going on. The loom movement. Yeah, the GMT hand was hiding a little bit. You got a red accent, or the red arrow at the end of the GMT hand, and obviously you got a black stem, if you like, for the hand itself, in keeping with the rest of the hands and the indices and stuff. But there we are. But let me just pop on the wrist quickly, give you an idea of what it looks like on my wrist. Okay, so this is what it looks like on my wrist. You'd have seen it in the outside shots, and this is just a stunning watch. One that you're going to get a lot of comments on, as I have, because it's very striking. You've got the sort of the brushing and the polishing of the bracelet along with the yellow of the dial. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful watch. So there we are. Okay, so guys and girls, that now take me on to what I think is pants and pucker about the watch. If you've ever watched before, you know I always start with pants. I like to go on a high with pucker. So what I think is pants is, I've got to be honest, guys, not a great deal. I do think this is a stunning watch. Really, really nice. Another great offering from Phoibos. The one thing I will say, and there's only one thing actually, is the thickness. I do think it's unnecessarily thick. Feels a bit top heavy because of it, and you can just see how thick it looks. The proportions of this watch are fantastic, but the thickness is unnecessary. Look how much thickness you're getting from the crown is good purchase. You're getting a good 2-3 mil from the case back. Unnecessary thickness there, guys. So that'd be the one thing I'll say is the thickness of the watch. But what I think is Pukka is a whole lot more. The dial, I couldn't not mention the dial with that sort of nice sharp yellow with the white and black of the hands and indices and stuff with the black bezel. I think it really just pops really, really nice. Hands and indices, yeah, I just mentioned, I do think they're really nice. Not really seen these used in many places, so yeah, nice to see these hands. The date color, yeah, the fact they've color matched it with the dial and again with the indices, I think that's very, very cool. The loom, superb. Loom, as Phoibos have sort of gone up there for me in terms of loom, up there almost with Zelos in terms of just really incredible loom, to be honest. The bracelet is really nice. Like I said, screw pins, nice finishing on there with the brushed to polished. It just looks really, really nice, very, very striking. And I'll bring a couple of pictures up now actually just to sort of highlight what I'm saying, just in case it's not quite capturing it. The finishing generally, just the way it's put together, the brushing, the polished surfaces I've already mentioned, the tolerances, the finishing on this watch is superb. And the general look of this watch, I think it's beautiful, like a really beautiful watch. A few other color variations that look equally as beautiful. So yeah, it should be something for everyone with this watch. So just to surmise what I think is Pukka, as I go to dial, hands and indices, date color, loom, bracelet, finishing, and the general look of the watch. And would I recommend the watch? I think it really does go without saying that of course I would, given the fact that there's only one thing that I could really hand on heart say I think is done pants, and so many things that a Pukka I wholeheartedly would. But guys and girls, please let me know what you think about this watch, and also let me know what colorway you'd have gone for. But with that being said, I really appreciate you tuning back in and all your love and support. I really do. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and always watch the time. Take care, guys. All the very best.